everyone, greetings. Here we are together again. If you have still not subscribed to my channel Learning with Dr. Poornima George, please do subscribe and like and share my videos so that they reach all those who need them. You can find these videos on my Facebook page Poornima George and Instagram handle George Poornima. Come, let's learn together. Today we are going to make use of three words which look almost similar because they have the same alphabet in their spelling. But then there is a bit of change here and there, and the meaning changes, the pronunciation changes. So here are those three words. The first one is quit, then quiet, and the third one is quiet. Well, all these three words have Q-U-I-T. These alphabet are there in all the words. There is an extra alphabet E in the last two words, but the placement of E changes, hence the meaning changes, hence the pronunciation changes. Isn't it interesting? The spellings, the words, the language, they make such a huge difference to the mankind. We are so fortunate that we can learn all these languages and make a difference in our lives too. Come, let's see how these words function. First, let's look into the first word, that is quit, Q-U-I-T, quit, which is predominantly used as a verb. Q-U-I-T, quit, means to stop or to resign. This is the most important usage of quit. So I have taken it in the first place. For example, Diana has quit her job. This means the lady in question, the girl or the lady here, Diana, she has resigned from her job. She has quit her job. We use the word quit to mean to stop or to give up. For example, the lover is planning to quit smoking. Here, the boy in question here is planning to stop smoking or to give up smoking. So we can make use of the word quit here. Quit is also used to mean to close a computing application. For example, hey children, listen to me. All of you quit that website. If I say this to my students, that means I'm asking them to come out of that website in their computers, from their computer screens. This is how we can make use of the word quit. The next word in line is quiet. Q-U-I-E-T. Quiet. Look at this word. Q-U-I-E-T. Not T-E. E-T. And it should be pronounced as quiet. 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 This is how it has to be pronounced. It means to have no sound or almost very little sound or almost no sound, Such a place or situation is called as quiet. I love to live in a quiet place. This means I love to live in a place which is devoid of any noise or devoid of any sound. I love to live in a quiet place. Another meaning of quiet is almost similar to the one that I have just used. It means having no activity or very little activity. For example, I spent a quiet Sunday. That means on Sunday, I didn't do much. It was a quiet day. That doesn't mean that I did not do my daily chores. Yes, I have done my daily chores, but then I did not have any extra work. That is what it is. It was a relaxed day. To mean that, you can say, I spent a quiet day or quiet any day that you can name it over there. We can also use quiet to mean not busy or less on quantity. For example, the COVID-19 pandemic had brought life to a standstill. The roads were very quiet in those days. That means they never used to be busy when the pandemic had struck and we had closed downs everywhere. Quiet word can also be used to describe someone's personality, attribute of a personality we can explain through this word or describe through this word. That is, he is a very quiet person. That means to say that person here doesn't talk much or doesn't involve with the people much. He is a reserved person. To mean this, you can say he is a quiet person. The word quiet, very interestingly, this is very interesting about it, just give a thought to this. The word quiet can mean not showy. What does that mean? That means, let me give you an example. The princess wore extremely quiet dress. What does this mean here? Usually, we allocate the royal families or people from royal families to be wearing very showy dresses or things like that. If we say the princess wore a quiet dress, that means the dress was not at all showy. I hope I made this point clear. The dress was not at all showy. So to mean something is not showy, you can make use of quiet. It was a quiet dress, or the dance floor was decorated in a quiet manner. This way you can make use of the word quiet, which can mean not showy at all. Isn't it interesting? Well, the word quiet can be used as a verb as well. The past tense and past participle form of quiet is quieted. How to make use of it as a verb? Let me give you an example. Can you quiet your child, please? You can ask like this to somebody who has their child, and maybe the child is throwing tantrums, and at that point of time you can ask this to the parent, maybe father or mother or whoever is accompanying the child. That is, you're asking the parent to quieten the child. So, can you quiet your child, please? Here, in this case, we have used the word quiet as a verb. Let me repeat it. Quiet can be used as a verb, and its past tense and past participle forms are quieted. Now I want to tell you something very interesting about the word quiet. It can be used as a noun. For example, that place was very quiet and I could not stand it anymore. In this case, in this sentence, I'm talking about a place which was very quiet, very calm. And sometimes you don't like so much of calmness or so much of quietness. So that is what I am talking about in that sentence. That place was very quiet and I could not stand it anymore. So this is very interesting thing interesting way in which we are using the word quiet as a noun. Now let's move on to the next word in the series, and that is quiet. The previous one was quiet. This one is quiet. The spelling is Q-U-I-T-E. The last word spelling was Q-U-I-E-T, and now this word's spelling is Q-U-I-T-E. What does quiet mean? Quiet. It's not quiet. The previous word was quiet. This word is quiet. The meaning of the word quiet is completely, totally. Okay, that is what it means. It is used as an adjective. Mostly the word quiet is used as an adjective extensively. So as I have explained just now, the meaning of the word quiet is to a greater degree or to greater extent, totally, completely. For example, let me give you an example which clears this stuff. I quite agree with the argument. So what's happening in this sentence? Here, I'm talking about an argument to which I agree. That I quite agree with the argument. That means I totally agree with the argument. So in such contexts, you can make use of quite. Another way in which you can make use of quite is with time. For example, it was quite some time we all were discussing about Harish. So in this given sentence, we all were discussing about this person called Harish for a quite long time. It was a long length of time that we were all discussing. To mean that, we can make use of the word quite very effectively. See how I have made use of it. It was quite some time we were all discussing about Harish. So quite some time. That means for a longer length of time. Let me give you another example. She prepared the document quite carefully. What does this mean? The girl in question here, she took a lot of pain to prepare a document and she did it with a lot of attention and care. To mean all this, you can very systematically make use of the word quite. She quite carefully prepared the document. This is a quite novel way of learning. This means the way in which we are learning, you and I together are learning. Of course, I'm learning because I'm reading so much, I'm bringing so many ideas to you. So I'm also learning in this process. So it's a quite novel way of learning. So my question to you today is, what is the meaning of novel apart from the one that I have used just now? You have to give me the meaning of this as well. Apart from this, what other meanings does the word novel get? Okay, so kindly send the meanings in the comment section so that we are connected together. With this, I come to the end of today's session. Let me come to you with another set of words. Till then, you do take care of yourselves and spread happiness and knowledge, of course, by sharing the video. And I shall meet you again. Till then, this is Dr. Poornima George signing off. Thank you.